Boys, you love to see it when China solves all of our problems. The self-righteous and very much pretentious voice actress of the new Overwatch hero Anra just got absolutely reality checked by China itself. Maybe she got Blizzard, a multi-billion-dollar company, to bow the knee, but China sure will not, and they're gonna speak on it. If you don't know what's currently happening, there was a post that meant massively viral. Everyone has seen it, has literally tens of millions of views at this point, and the whole conversation is about Anra, the new Overwatch hero, which is right there in front of you. And if you can notice a couple of things, is the fact that this hero is likable, cute, cool, and everyone likes it. And obviously, these are absolute sins for the modern audience, and they demand that this hero gets made ugly. Why? Because all women can't be beautiful or something like that. They're all mentally damaged anyway. In any case, this almost worked out. Because the voice actors for this hero made this thing, and it also went pre-viral, almost 5 million views. And very bravely, she cut off the comment section because obviously. And in this, she demands that Blizzard does the right thing and uglify the character. And Blizzard listened to her. And this person, Fariha, is one of the worst people out there. Why? Because, well, she is one of those, okay? She is a Chinese living in Canada. And by that I mean she has literally never even been to China. She is just someone from slightly Chinese descent who is currently living in Canada. But the reason why she constantly talks about the China part is because she's one of those activists that believes that white people are obviously evil, even though it's literally us, the evil white people, that have granted her all of these privileges and all the things that she currently takes for granted. How evil of us, indeed. And in any case, that's why she's constantly berating the fact that she's Chinese. Even though she has never been to China, she doesn't understand the Chinese culture, she doesn't understand anything. She has not even done the most basic minor of researches. And Chinese, needless to say, do not exactly appreciate it. Here's just a couple of fun interaction what's currently happening with the woke mob trying to say, oh no, all of this is actually good. Overwatch has always been woke. There's the same actually viral conversation currently happening about the World of Warcraft. The rewriting of history never gets old. In any case, here's a couple of things that happened here with Farah, or whatever her, however you're supposed to pronounce that, with her not understanding and getting confused. Why are Chinese not happy about the fact that you're gonna take this hero and make it ugly? She literally cannot get it through her skull why they could be even slightly upset about that. I don't know if it's representative of Chinese culture. I think they specifically are just alt-right insults. Yes. So, all of the Chinese, which we're gonna get to, is literally like 90% of the of people in China, probably more, who don't want the honor to be changed because they like beautiful looking things, obviously, the same way women like to play beautiful women, not ugly women. She's just gonna call all of China alt-right insults because she doesn't understand as that China doesn't like these things. China hates woke. China champions wokeness for the West because they're not your allies in any way, truth be told. But they are never gonna champion wokeness for themselves. There in China, wokeness is literally considered a disability. And one more comment. I feel that this away about some anime, and then remember the news about certain files coming out of the US, and it's like, so she actually, by the way, also hates anime. She wants it censored. She wants it changed. She doesn't want anything that we love about anime because she's a tourist. She understands nothing, and everything she does is a virtue signal. The same way the fact that she is from Chinese descent is literally just a flag to put on Twitter so she seems brave and whatnot. It's disgusting. Yeah, she's just calling everyone who disagrees with her insults. She has multiple comments on Twitter, by the way, about the fact that she's doing this literally just for political reasons. She doesn't even care about any of this. She's just doing it because there's the right political side and then there's the wrong people, as we all know. Obviously, slop havens like IGN have caught on to this. This is the hill we're dying on. Overwatch actor supports potential redesign of criticized character. Who's criticizing it? No one. She's actually who started this, so leave it to IGN to completely misrepresent and lie to you, even in just a basic headline. Beautiful work, IGN. Truly, truly why you're not going down under. But in any case, here's the reality. Obviously, we already know that all of this is fake to begin with, but it's always funny. Because this is what China thinks about this situation. And needless to say, China is not happy about this situation. But actually, before that, let's look at one more thing that I forgot to open. And this is how Overwatch is doing on Steam. And in before someone tells me, well, actually, Steam is only 10% of the Blizzard fan base. Why? I actually think Steam is 50% or even more, honestly, of Diablo 4 and Overwatch, the games that are there. Because do you honestly want to use the Blizzard launcher? I fucking hate the Blizzard launcher. It's full of ads. It's annoying. It has pop-up. It's such a worse experience than just clicking two buttons on Steam, opening Steam and then opening the game you want, or just have a shortcut that opens the game instantaneously. Steam is so much better. I do not believe, by the way, the fact that Steam is like the minority of the super minority, excuse me, of the player base when it comes to Overwatch. I think most people are casual fans, and they are obviously going to use Steam over the Blizzard launcher. And this season, by the way, opened up very, very, very strongly, by the way. Heavy US-based audience, by the way. This is why we're seeing the peak at 21 UTC, which is 9 o'clock, by the way, instead of the classical 7. Well, actually, the peak's pretty fast even here, because this is when the season opened. This is when everything was available. But in any case, these Woke Warriors, people like her, are contributing, by the way, this success of the new season to the fact that Overwatch went woke. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. But in any way, this is what NetEase China, the official representation of China over Blizzard, said. And keep in mind, Blizzard is literally gonna do anything they can to appease China. Like, China is probably their biggest market of revenue when it comes to Overwatch, Blizzard, and Diablo 4 because of the way that they buy microtransactions, and they're not afraid of them. They love them, in fact. So Blizzard is gonna appease China no matter what. And this is NetEase's official statement, and here's the translation. Official announcement, a statement regarding the proposal visual redesign plans for Anran. Overwatch team, blah, blah, blah. We have noted Blizzard's recent plans to update Anran's visual model based on player feedback. They know this is, by the way, lies. We have always taken immense pride in the addition of Anran, our newest Chinese hero, and we have deeply felt the love and sincere feedback the Chinese community gave her since her reveal. We understand that aesthetic preferences are rooted in different culture, backgrounds, and personal perceptions. We have constantly communicated to the Blizzard team that Chinese players recognize and cherish Anran's current image. Now, obviously, China, no one actually told Blizzard anything that they liked the current image. They probably said, yes, this is good enough, this is good, I'll launch it. Because China is not gonna want anything ugly to represent itself. Okay? China is probably, again, gonna cut ties with Blizzard than actually allow them to change this into something ugly. That is the reality of the situation. As the region operation team, our role is not merely to pass along message based on deep understanding of the Chinese community's emotional connection to the character. We are actively driving and participating in the visual adjustment process. We are well aware that Honor's final representation must consider a diverse range of opinions. Which is life. China literally does not care about anyone's opinion about themselves. But in essence, they have spoken. Will there be a redesign? Yes, they're probably going to change something, but they're not going to make her into the man that we know that Blizzard is going to try to make her. China is not going to allow that. Or if it happens, then the Chinese version of the game is going to keep the old one, which is going to be hilarious. Ah, man. Overwatch was almost back, boys. What can I say? What can I say? And yet, well, Blizzard decided to destroy it. By the way, there's somewhere a poll that I did not find. But it was there because it's in one of these Chinese things like Billy and whatnot, so it's hard to find. But there was a poll that literally had 95% people in China voting, and that it was a lot of votes. It wasn't like 5 votes. It had like 95% people saying that no, do not change Anra, keep her as this because yes, obviously. And yeah, needless to say, well. Get cooked, activist. In any case, thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.